Hey there, YouTube. You guys asked for it and I delivered. In this video, I'm going to talk about 4 text messages you can send to your spouse right now that will re-spark some of the passion and romance that's been missing from your marriage. Yes, rekindling some of the desire and attraction can be that easy if you actually know what you're doing. Brad Browning here, by the way. I'm a marriage coach and best-selling author. Now, before I get started in this video, I have to tell you what not to text your husband or your wife. These are text messages that don't build attraction, romance, or passion. And in some cases, these common text messages can actually make your spouse feel less attracted to you. So let's jump into some examples of what not to text to your spouse before we get into what you should be texting your spouse. Bad text message number 1, the demanding text. Now, it's obviously okay to ask your spouse to do something for you. I mean, after all, you and your spouse are a team and you're married. However, if you start demanding too much of your spouse, you could turn yourself into what I like to call a texting terrorist. And if you want to improve your texting relationship with your spouse, then you're going to have to give him or her enough space and not constantly send, a barrage of texts. It's extremely attractive to be highly independent in a relationship. So instead of constantly asking your spouse to be your servant, try and take responsibility for things, even the little things. Bad text number 2, the overcritical text message. Texts like, you're always late, or you don't show me enough affection, you're always watching TV. These are the kind of texts that are just asking for disaster. Now, you always want to improve your spouse and support them, but sometimes we can show support in the wrong way. When you criticize or belittle your spouse, you aren't encouraging them to be better. Studies have shown that telling somebody how little value they have will force the person to actually believe that they're worthless. So here's a quick tip if you're guilty of sending the overcritical text message. If you want your spouse to improve on some aspect of their life, try using the word I instead of you. So for example, instead of saying, you're so messy and you're the reason why our place is always messy, say something along the lines of, I'd like it if this room wasn't so messy, hon. You see, small changes in the way you communicate with your spouse can make a massive difference in your relationship. So keep this in mind the next time you feel like criticizing your partner for something. Bad text number 3, the argumentative text. Another way you can turn yourself into what I call a texting terrorist is by constantly